Welcome back, guys, to Seek the Beast on the Minecraft Feed the Beast server. We're here in the spawn village of spawniness once again. And it's time to make another video about working on the Nether Hub. We're gonna work on the Nether Hub. So we're actually here. You know, the sound seems very low. Sound is on. Okay. Sound seems very low. Anyway, let me turn up my volume. You won't notice any difference, but I notice a difference in my headphones. Okay, so we're here in the spawn village, and it's time to work on the Nether Hub a little bit. The sun is setting, the moon is rising. That's good, because this looks way more atmospheric at night. Let's watch the light settle, the light drop. So it's been a few days since my last Seek the Beast video, because the mod pack was updated several days ago, and their servers got really busy when they updated the mod packs. And long story short, I had trouble updating. Everything's fixed now, though, so we're ready to resume. This is awfully cinematic, isn't it? Maybe we should make like a short film or something. Maybe some other time. Okay, so we're going to work on the Nether Hub, but before we do that, I'd like to do a little experimentation. I want to compare nano boots with haste, with boots of the traveler with nothing on them, or with haste 3 on them. We're going to combine these guys. I'll get into that in a second, but first I should mention that Packrat has been nice enough to go around to everyone's places and supply them with a remote recharging station, which he put in here. And it was actually this ender pouch. And so if you stick a jetpack or a lat pack or anything, or tool, anything that requires industrial power. What is that? Is that Minecraft Jewels? No, it's the other one, right? Anyway, they all get sucked down here. So this ender pouch is you can see just a little bit. It's white, red, red, which is what this. It goes to this ender chest right there. You can see if I open, it's kind of funny. It's like remote opening. There's Packrat right there. But anyway, it goes in here, and then the items get put in the hopper. They get sucked into this charging station, and then they go back to the ender pouch when they're full. Looks like it'll just do it continuously, even if they're full. I don't see any mechanism to check to see if they're charged or not. That's just a repeater. This is a timer and some extras. So I wanted to show that off. That's a really neat feature, so I don't have to worry about my jetpack running out of power, as long as I don't click on a different ender chest with the pouch, because that will set it to a different ender chest. I've already done that at least once. So here's one. There's Goods. So that was very nice, and that's extremely handy, and everyone can use it basically on the server. What? White, red, red. Huh, okay. So anyway, let's get to work. Let's add some enchantments to my brand spanking new boots with the Traveler, which I made just a little while ago. And I spent a ridiculous amount of time trying to get enchant books to add to it to get all the right enchants. And not exaggerating, I enchanted 128 books, 2 full stacks of books. And I think I was at about the 100 book range, and I finally got a haste 2, and I'm like, oh, great. I finally get a haste book. At least that'll be something. I was worried I wouldn't even be able to do this test. And then right around, I think I had like, it may have been the very last book. It may actually have been the very last book. I got another haste 2. So we're going to put these guys on there. I'd also like protection and feather falling. And I don't know if you can get a haste 3 book, because I may have one back at my base. I have some books there that I will have to check. But we've got haste 3 on this. I'm not sure if you can get it up to haste 4, because I need a haste 3 book to check. But we can check with haste 3. Anyway, I want to do a little testing here. Why are there turtles way up here in the air? I bet those are goods. What are they doing? Are they like guarding the skies from griffin attacks or something? It's very weird. Anyway, I built this some time ago, city planning platform, so I could look over and sort of plan the city, and I thought this would be a good place to, I've never really dropped anvils before. Let's chase it down. Maybe we can kill ourselves with it. Oh, but I don't want to do that because I have chink. Oh, that's pretty good placement. I've got 58 levels. That would probably be a bad time to kill myself. And now it's raining, which is extremely annoying. Let me see if Pack Rat is available to sleep. Because that is very annoying, and it's gonna make my task very less cheerful. Looks like he's heading for a bed. His base is right there. There we go! Alright, so the rain should disappear. It may be flux caused by the flux, so it may come back. Anyway, alright, it's gone. Okay, so I want to test my Haste 3 nano boots, which I've gotten used to for the most part. And I've started using them all the time. Now let's compare those to the Boots of the Traveler by themselves. Do I have a thumb and Namicon? Let's read the entry on the Boots of Haste. You notice I stop talking whenever whoa! Load in already, world! You notice I stop talking whenever I go into a portal? That is a habit from making Skyrim videos, where I cut out the loading screen between going in and out of buildings and in and out of caves. So I'm in this habit of stopping my sentence right in the middle of whatever I'm talking. I'll stop talking as soon as I hit a door or the beginning of a cave or something, and I'll resume my thought as soon as the world loads. Okay, let's read the Thumb-a-Namicon book entry thingy on Boots of the Traveler. Oops, nope. Okay. Allow you to move faster than normal and even take steps, tall steps in your stride, jump higher, fall further. Last, they allow you to cut through water like a fish. A relatively slow and clumsy fish, but a fish. Okay. So this is the speed. I don't have any real scientific way to test this. We're just gonna sort of we're gonna do it by eye. See if we can notice any difference. This is Haste 3 on the nano boots. I'm not sprinting. This is just running. Oh, that's faster. That's faster. Let's actually probably the best way to gauge this is to listen to the rhythm of the sound of my footsteps. Yeah, that's probably the most reliable. Okay, let's start with nothing. How about that? Dun 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 dun. I'm gonna use it like a metronome, make some music. Okay, so that's nothing. Bump 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 bump. That's almost double time. Bump 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 bump. Okay, okay. That's I'm never gonna be able to keep track of it if I keep making music to the metronome. All right, let's actually listen to the rhythm this time. Bump 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 bump. Okay, so let's try Boots of the Traveler. Yeah, I think that's slightly faster than Haste 3 nano boots. Oh, did it get damaged from dropping it? Oh, that was stupid of me. Oh well, that's alright. I've got lots of metal. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so let's put haste on them. And then see how that affects it. Let's actually... Tink, tink, tink. Let's actually start with haste 2. So, before adding haste, the Boots of the Traveler were slightly faster than this. Let's try it with haste 2. Yeah, that's significantly faster. Let me put my hover mode on. What about sprinting? Sprinting is even faster. Okay, let's upgrade the haste 2 up to haste 3 for whopping levels. I never looked at what the enchanted books have. They have the magic, the knowledge, and the flight. Oh, that's because that's feather falling. Oh, I guess it depends on the enchantment. That makes sense. Maybe I could use, you know, I've got a lot of leftover enchantments I have no use for, a lot of books. Maybe I should use them for research. It's an idea. Okay, to compare again. Default. Haste 3. And then Boots of the Traveler, Haste 3. Oh yeah, that's definitely faster. And it looks, I can barely notice a difference with sprinting. Sprinting must increase your speed by 1%, and because my speed has already been increased by 1%, the percent gain of sprinting isn't as noticeable. Let's go check out the swimming action here. Yeah, that is, man, I am definitely a fish. I don't even know if I'd say a clumsy fish. I'm a swimming and swimming. Hey, okay, cool. Okay, and then we can walk up 1 block inclines without hitting jump. That is very cool. Let's see if it can. Oh no, I thought I might be able to just make it right up to the roof, and you'd be able to walk up that regardless of what you were wearing. Okay, that's very cool. Let's put some other enchants. You know, I wanted repair on my boots. I wanted to add that enchantment, which gradually repairs them. But I didn't get any repair books out of all 128. It's possible I have some back at the secret laboratory. But I have to go check. What I'm going to do then is just leave a space. I'm only going to put 3 enchants. Pretty sure you can put 4 enchants on these. Maybe not. It would really suck for them to get broken. But I definitely want feather falling. So let's put that on there. And I'm wondering, Feed the Beast changes a lot of stuff. I'm just curious if you can get it up to feather falling 5. Probably not. Oh, you can. No, it doesn't. It does not go to 5. Okay. Just wondering if maybe one of the various mods in the mod pack had changed that. Oh wait, did I just use it? Did I just do that? I meant to pull it out of here, not to here. I just used that book. Oh well. Well, still feather falling 4. And I definitely want protection. That is more expensive. Oh, and we have just enough. So that will go from protection 3 to protection 4. And I'm not going to put these unbreaking books on here. I'm going to try to get repair. Yeah, I'm going to try to get a repair book, because that is better than unbreaking. That means they'll never break as long as I don't let the durability get too low, if I don't wear them out too quickly. Okay, so man, that is a big speed boost. Let's put a lot of this stuff in here. I'll bring this guy back over to the nether. Man, we're fast now. Woohoo! Alright, so let's move into the nether and do some work. Let's see, do I need anything out of these boxes before I head over? I think everything I need for the moment is in my chest in the nether. Okay, and my ender chest is there as well. I spent some time last night digging out some more netherrack to send to my lava production little facility thing. Whoa, come on, move! Why am I stuck there? I got stuck on that little lip, I think. Okay, so here's the nether hub. A lot of feedback from the last nether hub building video, and I get a lot back. I get a lot out of the feedback, and most of the time it's very well intentioned people proposing ideas. And so I tried some of them. One of the ideas which I immediately latched onto, a number of people said that the nether brick and the basalt, I'm gonna say basalt, like it's a bath salt, basalt. They were a little too similar. They're both very dark, and there wasn't enough contrast. And Since on the other side of the portal, and let me continue talking through the portal even though we're blah 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 loading zone, not going to cut it out. So the portal is very dark here and it works because it's brighter here. And part of the idea is that sort of the dark, evil nature of the portal is leaching over into the surface world. And so some people suggested, hey, why don't you do like a Metroid Prime thing, where on the other side of the portal, the surface world is leaking into the nether, and it's sort of brighter. Why don't you use marble on the other side, because you use basalt on this side, sort of like a black-white duality kind of thing. So I did try that out. And I tried several different versions, different combinations. So first thing I tried is just using, just making sure there's no gas in here. I tried using the default, shut up, I'm talking! The default marble here for the floors. And I have to be honest, I don't really like this texture for the marble because it kind of looks dirty. Now if you had, let's say in the real world, you had a marble sheet like this, it would probably look better because the pattern wouldn't repeat. Like the grains and the waviness that happens in marble, it sort of flows more. It's not repeated in a grid like this. Anyway, long story short, I don't really like this texture, although it's very similar to this texture, but for, I don't know, maybe because this texture is so much darker, I think it blends better. You see, if we look at it from a distance, it looks like one big piece of rock. If you look at this, it looks like a grid. I don't like the texture. Long story short. So but I tried this, and I also tried the bricks. The bricks are a little better. I wasn't sure about the large white bricks and the small nether bricks. I'm not sure how that looks, but anyway, I tried those out. And then I tried several different combinations. Like I tried replacing the basalt with it instead of the floors. And I actually thought that looked a little bit better. Where did I do it? Yeah, with the bricks over here. I thought this looked a little better. But still, you see how like the grid here of the bricks doesn't quite match up with the nether brick? Yeah, it doesn't quite line up right, and something about it looks off. But I did try that, and then I tried several varieties of stone. I tried smooth stone, which is okay, doesn't really seem to fit. Then let's see, where else did I put stone in? Oh yeah, I tried slabs. Slabs are okay. I don't think they really fit for the floor. For one thing, it looks like a bunch of tiles to me, and what's holding the tiles up? Nothing. It doesn't make sense in my brain. But I tried it anyway. And after I tried replacing the floor with several different things, I tried, well, okay, let's try replacing some of these column type element thingies. And I think the stone bricks and the nether bricks work better for whatever reason. Maybe, I don't know why. I don't know why. They just look better. They look better to me than the marble brick did. So I like this combination better than that combination. So I started thinking, well, what if we replace, maybe not all of this basalt, but if we replace some of it, that sort of fixed the issue of this being too similar to this. So then I decided, hey, why not try adding the basalt bricks to the floor? And I thought that looks really nice, and also it kind of the floor and the stairs here were already bricks. And I had sort of wondered, well, how do I make this transition to let's see, did I do something on one of these sides? No, those are all this. Well, let's look here. Yeah, okay, right here, stone bricks. So how do I transition from basalt bricks to stone bricks? Do I transition there? Do I transition there? And I think it looks better if it's just sort of continuous. Sort of makes it look like this is all part of one thing, you know? So I think after seeing that, I think that looks nice. I think all of these floors are going to be basalt bricks. And then I tried changing the columns. This looks alright. I don't mind this so much. these columns here with the basalt and the nether brick. Let's see. This looks alright as well. And then this. These are... I think you can make these in vanilla now as well. They are slabs that you just stack on top of each other. Like that. Or next to each other, I guess. Maybe it doesn't matter. And you get a stone slab block. I like that texture. I don't know if it fits for that column. I think that one is better. So anyway, what I'm gonna do now is spend some time removing the cobblestone floors and replace them with these basalt bricks, so I can get a little bit better idea of what to do next. Unfortunately, there is no like vanilla basalt brick slab like this. You have to make them with the saws. You have to make sub blocks, and the Wand of Eagle Trade does not recognize those as blocks. So probably because they can be placed in a variety of positions. So I'm gonna have to replace all this manually. But anyway, we're gonna do that, and then we'll continue work. Or no, I'm gonna work, then we'll continue recording. Okay, a little update here. I didn't do as much as I said I was going to because I was working and then I started to notice something. So first thing I started to do is, in order to remember the pattern for the circle so I don't have to look it back up in my circle generator website, I removed the very outer layer around the ring and I replaced it with these basalt bricks, basalt brick slabs. Just to remember the pattern, here I removed, this is where the marble was, so I removed that. And I started to notice that my jetpack's about to run out. No, I started to notice that it kind of looks cool. It looks good with sort of that ring around the edge and then the floor, the rest of the floor being lighter. It's starting to pop. And by pop, I mean it doesn't look like a two-dimensional image. All the different layers and balconies and stuff, it's all starting to stand out and look three-dimensional. Obviously it is three-dimensional, but it's, you know, I'm starting to see the edges of things. So I think maybe we should do something with this. And actually, while I'm talking, let's send off our jetpack to get... Oh, somebody else's jetpack is in here. They took it. Whatever, that should take his, or will it not? Well, there's mine, okay. And my advanced lab pack is doing fine, just fine. Okay. Either pack rat or BTCs. Anyway, so I started thinking after I did that, if we did this, so what other material would we have for the rest of the floors? So at this point, these start to look better. I don't think this should be the same. So let's remove these right now and replace them. Let's turn it back to basalt so we can see what that looks like. Ooh, enable please. Okay, let's turn this back to what it used to be. So I want to look what it looks like. I want to see what it looks like with the floor having these sort of tiles. Ooh, now I'm starting to like that. Now I didn't like it as much when all of these were tiles, but when it's just the floor being tiled, and we'll probably add like some more basalt here to make it look like an arch or something, or that it's being held up. But I kind of like that now. Another one I sort of liked. So the basalt brick and the marble brick, those look good together. They do definitely look good together. That's another one I liked. The stone one doesn't really seem to fit anymore, so I think we can definitely rule out the stone, the default stone texture. And then I believe, did I not have stone bricks somewhere? Yeah, right here. These, they look okay. But I don't think they look as good as the other two options. So I think now what I'm thinking of doing is replacing the floor, the rest of the floor besides the outline, with either these tiles or the marble. So let's look at this. You know, this looks alright. And I'm looking at the combination of the nether brick, the basalt, and the stone slab floors. That looks okay, and it's important, I think, not to have too many materials. Once you get, I think, above 3 materials, it's really hard to manage it without it looking kind of cluttered and like a mishmash of colors and styles. So I definitely don't want slabs and marble and nether brick and basalt bricks. We need to sort of limit the amount of materials. These guys are probably going to get replaced too, probably with slabs of this stuff, with basalt. So I think that looks alright. Looks good. I still something about the marble and the nether brick. Something about it just doesn't look right to me. Okay, so I think what I'll do now is replace all the rest of the floors with these stone bricks. See what that looks like, and get rid of all the other extra materials so we can see what the whole thing looks like with that. Another thing to consider, or another thing I decided to do, is based on another comment, some more feedback that was really hit the nail on the head. So people were saying that if I use all these sub blocks here, that's a full block, but if I use all these sub blocks to create like a really cool crafted, sculpted little area here, where did I, maybe it's on the next level down. Let's look on the next level down. Yeah, when I started adding these things here, and this wasn't finished, it was just sort of the beginnings of an idea, but when I start to do that, it's going to make it really hard and complicated for people to customize their area if they have to fiddle with all these blocks. Basically, I'm saying, if you want to customize your area, you are forced to fiddle with all these sub-blocks. And I don't want to do that. And so the suggestion was, don't use sub-blocks in the area where people are going to be customizing their stuff. Just make it full blocks, or I guess at the most, vanilla slabs like this that are easy to make and replace and move around and change with something else. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove all the sub-blocks for the customizable area. There's a hole I didn't fill in. And I'm going to replace them with full blocks. Let's fill this with stone. Just for the heck of it. And the change in visuals isn't really that profound. And I still have a lot of room to be finicky with sub-blocks, you know, with the stairs, with this stuff, with this when I get around to working on that, with the ceiling when we start to carve that up. So I still have a lot of room to do stuff like that. Did I just fill this one in? Yeah. Was that the one I did? Okay, so let's remove this. And then I want to see something. The reason I want to do this now is I want to look... Oh, gosh. Stand on that, please. I want to see something right here. And let's do this one, too. Okay. So if we do this, what I'm looking for is it's kind of like in the hub on the vanilla server. There's a little strip around the ceiling and around the edge that lets people like change the color so that they can customize it. And usually people change it with colored wool or different metal blocks or things like that. That's what I'm kind of looking for here. It's something that we can do that with. Maybe this. Something like that. And obviously these are different shapes. This is the same as this, but this one's different. So maybe this one, who's this? This is a video. Maybe this one would be something, I don't know. But that's another thing I'm sort of keeping my eye out for. Maybe we'll change that just to cobblestone for now. Because it's, whoa, stupid lava! Gah! I hate those lava bats. They're so annoying. Yeah, that's a little too simple. We need to work on it, but that's another thing I'm sort of looking out for. Let's try it over here. This is a little bit better because it's not just a straight line, but it's not quite there. It's another thing to consider. Anyway, so I'm gonna start updating this, and then we'll resume recording when I've gotten that far. Alright then, so I've done a little bit of work on the Nether Hub, but there's a little bit we can do on camera because these little guys right here, these little fellas, they are normal slabs. So we can exchange them with this amazing wand. Yes! I love this thing. If only it worked for sub-blocks, but I can't imagine any way that would work. Because of the way that sub-blocks can be oriented in a variety of different orientations, I guess. I did a little bit of work on these little entrances. We'll get to that in a second. I want to see what it looks like with the completed floor, and then I want to go upstairs. And I want to see what the areas look like without the completed floors. So I want to look at both before I make a final decision. And I won't say final. We're still working on it, so not a final decision. Oh yeah, starting to look nice. Okay, let's go upstairs. How many slabs do I have left? Not quite 3 stacks. We can get at least some done. Those are sub-blocks because there were sub-blocks there. I'll update that later. Change all this. Let's just do until I run out, and then we'll look at how things appear. Those are sub-blocks. Hello, Pigman. What was in my way? Sub-blocks. Oh, are we out? Ring, ring. Why you not work? Why you no work? These are stone slabs. Are those? These must be. Oh, you know what? These were. Why aren't you going together? I don't know what's going on with those guys. Anyway, let's put on the jetpack and let's take a look. So I think the colors are popping now again. We have to figure out what to do with this. I may do this with sub blocks, stone slabs. So we get the same color. We may do something else, I'm not sure. But I simplified these areas a great deal. So we only have 2 materials for each little area for each person. There's the nether brick and the stone slabs. So if someone wants to customize their area, it's a little bit easier to tell at a glance where their area starts, right? So the area for a given player, say they pick this one, is all of this nether brick and these stone slabs here on the ceiling, and anything past that beyond there. So similar to the nether hub on the vanilla server, if sort of the basic customization would be to replace this strip here with colored wool or a metal block, or BT might want emerald blocks, that kind of thing. And if they want, let's say you pick an emerald block and it looks really ugly with the nether brick here, you can replace this too if you want. But so that, I guess the simple sort of, if you don't want to spend a lot of time with it, the simple customization would be just to replace this guy like you would on the vanilla server. Or if you want to go full of Vidyazen on it, you can put a whole tiki bar back here. Just be careful not to sort of break into other players' area. That's why I've tried to make each of these fairly large. They're way bigger than the vanilla server. The vanilla servers are pretty small. They're like maybe 3 blocks wide, maybe like 3 there, and then 3 in each direction. They're quite small. This is way bigger, and it's much simpler to tell where your area stops and starts. I like the look of that. It's simpler. We still have details to add and stuff. Particularly to this. I think what we're going to do this, we're going to make this look like a column with like a footing and something along the ceiling that's similar. We'll do that next time. But let's compare how this looks with sort of the old style. Yeah, I like that better. I I think it is better. So I'm going to tell you what. Last thing I'll do for the video is I'll change all of these guys to this style, and then we'll end the video with that. Hey, uniformity in all things. Well, not everything. We still have these corner guys here to think about, but I think that's a pretty significant update. Man, it takes a long time. You make like one little decision, like I'm gonna make this block here, and then you've got to do it 30 times just to see what it looks like. But I think this is good. So Nether brick is individual players area. Simple customization of these guys. More complex. Do whatever you feel like. I think next time, well, next video, we'll be back at the secret base working on that. But the next Nether Hub video, I'd like to add boosters. I'd like to add a little, at least to one box for each area for people to store things in at their little Ender. We're not in the end. Nether Hub station, kind of like on the vanilla server. Still have several things to do, but the big thing I want to work on next time is detailing these columns to make them look like columns, and I make them kind of all the same, so that I don't know, so that it looks like it was all built with one style. So this column, that column, that column, that column here. Whoop, hey. This column right here, this is only one block wide. We're probably going to make it like the others. So it's probably going to be like this. Possibly. I'll have to look at the circle and how that plays out, but it'll be something to that effect. Let's see, was this block here or did I add that? I think I added that. Yeah. So we'll do that, work on the columns, work on little storage stuff for people, work on everybody having rails. But if people want to customize their area now, they can. Hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, blah, 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 blah. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.